Insects are a fascinating group of animals. They are the most diverse group of animals on Earth, with more than 1 million different species named and described by scientists, meaning they make up more than half of all known living organisms, and many millions more are yet to be discovered. Some common insects include ants, beetles, butterflies, cicadas, grasshoppers, and pests like mosquitoes and cockroaches. You may have noticed I left out another very common insect. An insect that many scientists believe is one of the most important of all insects. Bees. Bees have the same basic parts as all other insects. They have a body divided into 3 parts: a head, thorax, and abdomen. They have 3 pairs of legs: front legs, mid legs, and hind legs. They have a pair of wings for flight, a pair of compound eyes, 2 sensory antennae, and mouth parts, including a proboscis. So I mentioned that bees are considered one of the most important insects. But what makes bees so important? Well, for starters, they make honey, which is not only delicious, but it is also known to have health benefits too. They also make beeswax, which people use for a range of things, from candles, furniture polish, and skincare products like moisturizers and lip balms. So useful are bee products that they are often farmed so as to not disturb bees' natural function in ecosystems. But things like honey, waxes, and moisturizers are things we could probably do without, which moves us to bees' most important role of all: pollination. Pollination is essential for most flowering plants to reproduce. It's the process whereby pollen from the anther of a male flower is transported to the stigma of a female flower. Pollen is like a fine dust, and in some cases, pollination occurs when wind blows pollen from flower to flower. In many flowering plants, however, pollination is done by animals called pollinators. Some pollinators include beetles, butterflies, moths, and flies. But considered the most important pollinators of all are bees. The relationship between bees and flowering plants is mutually beneficial. Many flowers attract bees by producing a sweet liquid called nectar. Bees collect the energy-rich nectar using their proboscis and use it as a source of food. In the process of feeding on nectar, they also collect pollen, which is used as a source of protein and nutrients, and is also carried back to nests as a food source for developing larvae. By flying from flower to flower, feeding on nectar, and collecting pollen, bees unwittingly carry pollen with them and pollinate flowers in the process. Isn't nature amazing? Bees play a vital role in pollination of a diverse range of flowering plants in nature, helping to maintain healthy and balanced ecosystems. But perhaps more importantly to people, they are essential in pollination of a range of crops we grow for food. Such crops include staple foods we eat around the globe on a daily basis, including foods like grains, tomatoes, apples, pears, watermelon, berries, cherries, onion, avocado, and pumpkin. That's just to name a few of the more than 100 different crops bees help to pollinate. They also indirectly help people produce food by pollinating the many grasses and grains that feed animals people raise for food, like cattle and sheep. If you think about it, bees are involved in some way or another in almost all the food we eat, from fruits, veggies and grains, even pizzas, burgers, and delicious roast dinners. So the next time you take a bite of your favourite food, spare a thought for the wonderful world of bees. Gotta buzz. See ya.
Don't forget to subscribe.